Good afternoon. Welcome to Tribune News on Cue, your go-to afternoon news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're live at Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For this afternoon's headlines. The Department of Justice Undersecretary Jose Jojo Cadiz Jr. has resigned from the department after being implicated in anomalous flood control projects. Batangas 1st District Representative Leandro Leviste reaffirmed on Friday that some officials inside the Department of Public Works and Highways were found to be operating as contractors. The Department of Labor and Employment urged employers to release the mandatory 13th month pay on or before the December 24th deadline. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. has appointed Lito Magno as acting director of the National Bureau of Investigation. The Supreme Court has overturned a long-standing election doctrine ruling that votes cast for nuisance candidates under the automated election system must be counted strictly as stray votes and cannot be transferred to any other candidate. According to the PSA, the Philippines' headline inflation eased to 1.5 in November 2025, down from 1.7% in October. Global girl group Quad Lips released their latest single entitled Love Letter. Derek White's 30-point surge powered the Celtics to a dominant blowout over the short-handed Washington Wizards. Today is the 5th of December, and I'm Eliana Lacap bringing you today's top stories. Now let's move on to this afternoon's headlines. DOJ Undersecretary Jose Jojo Cadiz Jr. has resigned after being implicated in alleged kickbacks linked to anomalous flood control projects. Former Ako Bicol Representative Saldico claims Cadiz received money supposedly on behalf of President Marcos Jr., allegedly under orders from former Speaker Martin Romualdez. Malacanang confirmed Cadiz's resignation but could not verify any connection to the president. The DOJ says its corruption investigation will continue unaffected, while both Marcos and Romualdez have strongly denied the accusations. Batangas Representative Leandro Leviste revealed that some DPWH officials were found operating as contractors, widening the contracting controversy beyond Congress. He said Secretary Vince Dizon has already removed an assistant secretary and a director linked to former Undersecretary Aray Perez, whom Leviste previously tagged as a contractor. Leviste added that Dizon is committed to immediately dismissing any official found engaged in contracting as investigations continue into possible conflicts of interest within the agency. The Department of Labor and Employment reminded employers to release the mandatory 13th month pay on or before December 24 as required by the law. Dole Regional Director Alvin Curada encouraged early or staggered payments to ease the holiday load for workers. He clarified that bonuses are voluntary, while the 13th month pay is mandatory. Employers affected by calamities must still provide proportionate pay, with Dole offering mediation for those facing financial strain. Domestic workers are also entitled to the benefit, calculated from their total basic salary for the year. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. has appointed Lito Magno as acting director of the National Bureau of Investigation following the resignation of Jaime Santiago. Magno, who previously served as NBI officer in charge and assistant director for legal service, began his career at the agency in April 1991 and rose to the rank of director in March of 2010. The Supreme Court has ruled that votes for nuisance candidates under the automated election system are strictly stray and cannot be credited to any other contender. Issued December 3rd of 2025, the decision noted that prior rules allowing votes for disqualified candidates to transfer to similarly named rivals applied only to manual elections. Under AES, votes for legitimate candidates are counted normally, while those for nuisance candidates whose certificates of candidacy were cancelled or denied are void and non-transferable. The Philippines' headline inflation eased to 1.5 in November 2025 from 1.7% in October, with a year-to-date average of 1.6%, the Philippine Statistics Authority reported. Slower price increase in food, beverages, and household items helped ease inflation, while housing, utilities, fuels, restaurants, and transport remained the biggest contributors. Core inflation fell slightly to 2.4%. Regionally, NCR posted 2.8%, Central Visayas led at 3.3%, and Bangsamoro saw deflation at negative 1.4%. Inflation for the bottom 30% of households dipped to negative 0.2%, as lower food costs were offset by higher housing and transport expenses. Now, the Philippine Stock Exchange traded higher at midday Friday. The PSEI climbed to 33.70 points, or 0.57%, to 5,921.28, while the All Shares Index inched up to 2.74 points, or 0.08%, to 3,461.39. Sector performance was mixed. Services surged 2.71%, while mining and oil slid to 0.84%. In the most active stocks, ICT led gainers, jumping 24 pesos and 50 centavos, or 4.45%. BDO, JFC, and Metrobank posted losses, while ALI and RCR recorded slight gains during the session. Quad Lips is now back this holiday season with their latest single, Love Letter, released on November 10th of 2025. The warm piano-driven R&B ballad features lush harmonies and melodies that evoke joy and nostalgia. Fame of BNK48 says the song is about writing to someone you admire, while Fenny of JKT48 adds it also celebrates love for family and friends. The four-member global girl group, part of the AKB48 Group Global Project, includes Fenny, Cole from MNL48, Fame, and the newest member, Mashiro of KLP48, representing their diverse countries and cultures. Now, the Boston Celtics crushed the Washington Wizards 146-101, earning their third straight win behind Derek White's 30 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. Rookie Jordan Walsh added a perfect 22 points on 8 of 8 shooting as Boston exploded in the second half, outscoring Washington 80-42 and scoring at least 32 points in every quarter. CJ McCollum led the Wizards with 22, but Washington struggled without injured starters Alex Sarr and Bilal Coulibaly. Boston also missed Jaylen Brown, who sat out due to illness. Now, Tribune, did you know that on this day, December 5th, 1901, Walt Disney, the pioneering American animator, producer, and showman, was born in Chicago, Illinois? Disney created the iconic characters like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, revolutionizing animated films, and brought joy to audiences nationwide. He also built Disneyland and began planning Walt Disney World before he passed, establishing an entertainment empire that continues to inspire creativity, imagination, and innovation across generations. Now, a TikTok video from You Cannot Be Mine, now with 1.2 million views, shows a very unusual sari-sari store layout. In the clip, the store looks normal at first, but customers have to kneel just to buy items, prompting netizens to comment, bumili lang, nakapagkumpisal pa, and bumaba na pala, presyo ng bilihin ngayon, among other funny reactions. And also, before we go, the Tindahan ni Tarsi is now open today until this Sunday, December 7th at the Festival Mall, Ayala, Alabang. So make sure to be there, mga katribu. And that's all for now. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. still here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Once again, this has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.